two or three restaurants, two restaurants and a bakery, like what do you call it, in a nice location, and just live my life the way I want to live it.
Damn right, after everything is paid.
Yeah. Everything should be paid. I should have money in the bank and just collect collect money off of that and like just put it in my accounts, like have a bunch of different accounts. And
yeah, the rich ones.
What?
Different banks.
Yeah, different banks and all that stuff, and also have money have money in a safe in my apartment or shit like that, and then call up one of my really really close friends and have another safe where I get what do you call it, where I pay them to like watch over it, like a certain amount of money a month, and just bam, have money there just in case, like for emergency funds and bam.
Nice thinking.
Nah?
Nice thinking.
Yeah, I'm right. I think about that shit.
When he was younger, he thought about being rich.
Actually, it's funny. Me and my friends, we were in a program in high school. Not in high school, but it was a program for high school students. SEO, it's called. And basically, we like go by Wall Street. We basically lived on Wall Street during the weekend, but because we're always there for long hours. And one of our classes was economics and just looking at that stuff. So they always did a thing where they said, all right, the winners of this contest will win a certain prize money and stuff like that. You're given, like, what do you call it? You're given a certain amount of money, and basically you buy stock. So we did. And everyone started out with $500. Me and my friend Kwame, who we met, we analyzed which stock was doing well and which one wasn't. So we bought about 20 stocks with $500. $500 went up to $2,000, and then it went to $3,000. Then we bought more stock by selling certain other stocks that we thought were going to go down. And we did this. We started in 2004, and we ended in 2006. But no, we ended in 2006, and our stock value was worth over 100 grand. And when they recognized that we had did it for that long and like all that stuff, they were just like, oh my god, really? That's a good idea. That's a damn good, that you guys are fucking good. Like everybody else is fucking, like their profits was like in the like thousands, like one even like tens of thousands. You were in hundreds of thousands, and we did very well. And then they're like, well, what do you think about this and this and that? And they're like, well, you're going to want to get your stock out by late 2007. And they're like, why? Like, they were really asking us. We did a whole conference about get your stock out by 2007 because we're headed towards a recession. And they were just like, no, we're not. The economy should be going well. We're not. No. The thing is, we owe too much money. The effects of the war don't really affect you until about 4 or 5 years later.
Which is where we are now.
Yes. So the effects of the war and the costs and we're not going to be making profits also because, yes, we did go over there for the oil, but not to share. Basically what we told them, one of the things we told them was, yes, they went for the oil. We have more than enough oil. Texas alone can supply oil to the United States for 100 years. We have more than enough oil. We're basically there so we can start more wars and to get an excess supply of oil. But because of the war and all these other things, we can say that we need to raise the price of oil. So, what do you call it? So there's going to be a gigantic demand for oil, which is going to make all costs go up.
And then what happened with the oil?
Bam. But that wasn't it. Also, we said that these housing markets are bullshit because what the government was, me and Kwame were angry because we were like, what they're doing is they're targeting poor people and minorities by saying they need to start being homeowners, which is great, but they're not helping them out by giving them like good loans. They're giving them shitty loans and saying put $5,000 down and you'll be fine. And we said you can actually make more money if they fail. because if you have, especially since they're African Americans, so they're pretty much guaranteed to fail if you set them up in a way to fail. So they fail. You took out an insurance that if they fail, you get triple the money and you get the house back. So you can flip it and then resell it and do the same thing. And they were just like, so, but how many of them do it? Like, basically all of them. All the big ones. And this is going to affect the economy because if it keeps happening like that, the property value
Goes
will go
down.
down so
Inflation
much.
goes up.
Yeah, the property value will go down so much that people are going to lose their jobs left and right. And then they were just like, really? Then we went in, we had to do, it was an hour talk. Then we talked about infrastructure and our lack of really getting people the jobs that they need to fix the infrastructure in America not doing that. And just a long-winded amount of reasons why all the stocks are gonna fail and all that stuff. No one wanted to, only a few people really wanted to take us seriously. Only a few people.
Yo, you just reminded me of something.
What?
I have to make another deal with my friend. Buy another ounce of silver.
Huh?
Now, because I've been buying up some silver too.
Oh, nice. That's good. But what do you call it? Also, that's another thing. That's another thing we predicted with prices of gold and silver and all that other stuff.
I can't afford it. Well, I put it to you this way. An ounce of gold is sort of out of my reach right now, so silver's the next best thing.
And so when we got everything done, when we said that we're done with everything, and it was open up to questions. They're like, so what should we do? And I said, the best thing to do, don't go to a really expensive college. Don't go to a really expensive college. Go to an affordable one. The people with the least amount of debt will be the people who will be the normal people who do kind of okay. Because when they're gonna do okay because they don't have as much debt, and because they don't have as much debt, it's okay if they don't do well economically for a few years. People who have the most amount of debt who don't do well economically will suffer the most, because if you have 500 grand of debt and you can't work it off and you can't find a job to work it off, that means that you're just gonna default left and right. And if you keep on defaulting, eventually the government's going to go broke. So they're going to prevent you from defaulting on everything and make it rough hassle. So don't get in there. Then we said also start buying up, don't buy up bonds, don't buy up stock. Sell all of your stock right now. Start buying up bonds, and not 5-year bonds, 10-year, 20-year, 30-year bonds. What do you call it?
For banks? Oh, you mean from the banks?
Yeah, stop buying up bonds, government bonds, what do you call it? Because government bonds, all that stuff. As well as start buying up, what do you call it? Don't buy houses, buy plots of land. Buy plots of land, take care of it and all that stuff. Don't build anything on it, just keep the plot of land there. That way your property value will still be low and stuff, and the taxes will be low. But the thing is, when the economy gets better, then you start building on it. And then that's when you can really start getting your real value for it, because it's like a newly built house and all that stuff. And if it's built slow, really slow, nicely, and not just made 5 months done, what do you call it? You're not gonna get as much as you worth. Just slowly buy it. Start buying up gold and silver, what do you call it? All that. Not just gold and silver, but also some other things, as well as what else did we say? Look in.
How much? I don't know. You want?
Yeah, sure.
Alright.
You? Oh, can I burn you?
No.
I just felt it
Wow. Oh, it's hot, yeah.
But the thing is, I've been buying them silver and stuff like that. But I thought about doing stocks, but I didn't know what to do with it. the other thing is, if I were to buy stocks, I would actually buy it from like the WWE because they're like international markets.
Don't do it.
Nah, I mean,
That stock is that stock still at 17?
I haven't checked in a while. I didn't buy any stock anyway.
What do you call it? Years ago, it was at $17. $17 a stock, a share.
It went to like, the last time I checked, I believe it was somewhere around 80.
What?
It was somewhere around 80.
Nice. That's not bad. That's not bad.
Yeah, but had I not known this stuff when I was younger, if I was younger and I would have knew this, I would have been on it like yesterday. Because before we were able to get jobs and stuff, I used to go to school. I used to take my allowance, part of it. I used to buy gum. You know, like chewing gum. I used to, when they cost, like back when they cost about 25 cents. I used to buy like 5-6 packs a day.
Damn.
No. I was getting my turn. I took a portion of my allowance to buy it.
Oh, you would sell it. That's what happened. Oh, nice.
Except I would sell each slice for $1.
Yeah.
Because by the end of that month, I was bringing in like at least $30-$40. So for me, a guy like me, I would have jumped on it like yesterday if I known about it.
But what do you call it? So we had a lot of conclusions of what to do and how to avoid this big recession that was coming, as well as just what do you call it? The best thing. So what we said about if you do own a home, like if you do see that we said that eventually the homes are going to be literally worthless. So we said, all right, buy up the homes, and what you do is you destroy them. You destroy all the homes, you burn them down and all that stuff, clear it out, and just make it plots of land. And that way, it doesn't devalue the property. Because a house that's just rotting devalues the property, but an empty plot of land actually increases the value of the property because they're like, you can build something on it, and it doesn't distract from the neighborhood of like having to deal with like all that other stuff.
I mean, like, plus you don't destroy the foundation of it either.
You don't destroy the foundation of it, and you can rebuild on it. So we're giving out all this information. Some people are just like, oh, this is bullshit. This is bullshit. There's no way this is going to happen.
And here's the
reaction
reaction
now.
now.
No way this is going to happen.
Here's the reaction now. We should have listened to them.
So, what do you call it? So, and one of my friends was going to be, he's like, me and him, our biggest dream was to work for Lehman Brothers. That was our biggest dream because we had interned there before. And what do you call it? I was like, okay. This is what was going to happen because so many banks are into these gigantic loans with the housing market that's going to default.
Fuck up.
That all these big banks, the ones who are in it the most, are all going to die off. They're all going to die off.
And all of them almost did except. All of them basically kind of did except Apple.
Yep. But they made tons of money. They made tons of money off of it. And what do you call it? Basically gave themselves gigantic corporate raises and stuff like that. But we also said to people that if you are going to get into the stock market, get into safe things that don't go away. Pepsi, Coca-Cola, toilet paper.
McDonald's.
Yeah, McDonald's, all those things, as well as if you're going to invest in those big banks, and invest in the ones who get the biggest tax breaks. If you're going to invest in big companies, invest in ones who get the biggest tax breaks because those are the ones that the government's trying to keep alive. So even if they are about to go under, the government will do everything they can in order to make sure that they do not, default.
Well, it's easy because here's the thing. Do you want to be a country that defaults on all its debt and loans, or do you try to salvage some of your reputation, which at this point is becoming worthless too?
Yeah, I know. But
But you take the lesser of two evils. I was actually at the bank a few weeks ago. I was and I got the application for the bond and stuff. But how does that work? Like you buy one or two? Because I know they cost $50.